Hi, I'm the Miserable Gamer and welcome back to Gold Rush the Game. Now I am going to start living up to my name for this video and I'm going to be miserable. I'm basically done with this game. I've invested now probably between about 40 and 60 hours in playing this game and learning it and recording videos. And there is just too many game-breaking bugs for this to be a full release. This game is early access at best. It's a beta version. There are too many great game-breaking bugs to make this a viable product at the moment. For example, and you've got to bear in mind that when I'm recording videos, I have to play it through once to learn the game, and then I have to do it all again. So when I've sat and shoveled those pans at Arnold's claim, and you've shoveled about 300 to 400 shovels worth of dirt into the trough. I've done that twice. Once to learn how to do it, and a second time to record it for you guys. I'm not bitching about that. That's what I've chosen to do. But when it came to actually building this whole assembly, the whole production line assembly, I've done this 4 times. Simply because there were game-breaking bugs. There were bugs where I had out of memory issues. And there's no way I'm out of memory. 32 gigabytes of DDR4 cannot be completely filled up by this game. There's a memory leak problem with it. So when I was building this apparatus, why can I not say that word? Apparatus. Building this stuff, I was literally having to lift something up. Attach all the cords, save it, move it over, save it, put it in place, save it, move back, save it, because you just don't know when this memory problem is going to appear. Then I had to get going back to the shop. I would load the truck up. I found if I loaded up the truck too much, the truck wouldn't steer. So that, there's an element to. I understand that if you put too much stuff in the truck, it's not going to operate right. But I didn't know if it was a game-breaking bug or what. And I'd already saved the game, and I'd already built all this stuff, and I was looking at the possibility of having to start all over again. So then I found I took all I had in the back was a wavetable, the magnetite separator, and some cables, and that was too much for the truck. Which I don't think that would be, because I mean the wavetable is just basically plastic in a metal tub. There's not much weight there. Alright, the magnetite separator might be a bit more heavy, but there certainly wasn't enough weight there to stop a pickup truck from functioning, and it just wouldn't steer. You could go backwards and forwards, you can move backwards and forwards. So I thought it was a bug, and I thought, oh crap, I've just saved my game over. I don't have any other saves where the game isn't broken, so I was looking to have to start all over again. And then you've got the bug where stuff disappears. You load all the stuff into the back of your truck, halfway back to your claim, the stuff just disappears out the back of your truck. So you turn around, you go back. When you arrive back at the shop, it suddenly appears there on the ground. You chuck it all back in the truck again. You drive back at exactly the same spot in the road, it disappears again. So I ended up having to chuck all that stuff aside at the shop, buy new stuff, that stayed in the truck. So items in the game get bugged to the point where they won't stay in the truck when you're driving. And I've been backwards and forwards to the shop, because I get back to the claim and there's stuff missing. When you work out that you need 3 extension cords and you get back and you've got 1, you've got to go back to the shop to get more, and they disappear. Everything disappears. Stuff falls through the truck. And then I wired and piped up all the trommel and the shaker and stuff like that. I had to go back to the shop. Came back and all my cables were stretched from the. You can see a bug here with the cables. I'll get to that in a minute. They were stretched from here all the way over, right past where the JCB, the excavator is. They were stretched right across there. So I had to gather them all up, running across the field and picking up all these cables and rewire it. My pipes, they were stretched all the way from under there. They were just stretched all the way. It's insane. So I started splitting stuff up with these extension cables. Rather than stretching them to the limit, I split them in half. And then this happens. This extension cord was here, splitting 2 up to just fit across this gap here to fit the shaker up. And I was working on the loader, came back, and it's moved. It's up here. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I'm sure if I go away and come back again, all these cables are going to be totally messed up again, and you've got to sit and redo it all. That brings me on to the loader. The loader can't handle simple lumps and bumps in the dirt. It feels like you're trying to drive a car off-road. It just bounces around all over the place. There's some balancing that needs doing here, you know. The excavators, they work generally okay. There were some bits where it would get flung up in the air. I've had a bug where my pickup truck suddenly flew up in the air and disappeared, and then reappeared sort of over there somewhere, and my bonnet was over there somewhere and I couldn't reattach it. Yeah, the magnetite separator, you know, when that's not wired in, you get too close to this thing and it falls over, you know. It's actually quite solid once it's piped in and it's got buckets, but before you put the buckets in, you go near the thing and it goes flying, you know. And the truck, yeah, do more than a decent speed, and the truck spins out, flips, and all over the place. There are so many bugs in this game. Yeah, so I'm done for it for now. I've spent in the time that I've spent working on this, I could have got out a dozen videos on other games. I love the game. I watch the TV series. I do absolutely love the game. It's brilliant, you know, but it needs work, you know. It's an early access game at best. They need to go back and they need to fix these bugs. I know they are putting out patches and they are addressing these things, but this has already been through a closed beta, and this is what comes out the other end of that closed beta. And that just amazes me. So, as I said, for now I'm done with the game until they bring out quite a few patches and address all of these issues. I will look at the patch notes and I will see if they've addressed these issues, and I will put a comment on Steam, on the Steam discussions about it. But until they've done that, I'm not putting out any more videos. I've lost so much time to this. I said I've built this apparatus about apparatus. What is that word? Apparatus. I've built this apparatus about 4 times now, and I chose to come over to Pine Valley because it was the. And this is the other thing: when you get stuck on something, yeah, you get stuck on it, and like you get hooked up on stuff. It drives me insane. Yeah, it's like you should just be able to walk through most of this stuff, but you can't. And then when you actually get stuck on it, you can't move left or right. See that? That's me moving left or look. I can move left, but I can't. Oh, now it's moving right. It's just stuff like that. It's like when you're trying to load the truck up at the shop and those posts where they drop all the stuff. That drives me insane because you hit this post and you've got to back up, move right, and it's like there's this invisible wall that you can't walk around, you know. Yeah, it's such a good game, but it's making me tear my hair out, and I don't have the hair to lose, you know. I have very little left. I'm going to have to start ripping it from places that I really don't want to start ripping it from, you know. So anyway, yeah. So thanks for watching. I hope. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? You know, are you having fun with the game, or are you having problems as well? Is it just me? You know. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.